Hey, welcome to another edition of Six Pack Cinema. This week we saw Red Sparrow. So we're going to be talking about that, some J-Law career, spy movies in general. All right, let's kick it, guys. What did you guys think overall?
Jimmy, you go first.
I liked it. This was a situation where I walked out of the theater and I was like, hey, I really liked that movie. I enjoyed it. And then I said, what did the critics think? What did the other people think? And then everyone hated it and thought it was terrible. And I was like, oh my God, why? And I was like, fuck, I hate people. But I've done that to people on other movies that they enjoy, so that's fine. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay. All right, Sheehan, what about you?
Opposite, actually. I hated it. I thought it was trash, to be honest. I walked out. I avoided all the reviews. I don't like looking at Rotten Tomatoes anymore beforehand. So I opened it up. I was like, oh, I thought everyone liked it, to be honest. The way the trailers are pumping it up, I was like, oh my God, this should be great. And then I saw, what was it, like 22 and 55 on Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, all right, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the middle of you guys. I had a good time watching it, but afterwards when I was thinking about it, I was like, that's a very mediocre movie. And
oh, good.
Like,
so full spectrum.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever want to watch it again. But it wasn't a horrible waste of time.
I'd want to watch it again.
I disagree.
I love Jennifer Lawrence. I just watch her walk around. I think I was just like a puppy dog in love watching her just walk around.
Well, this is the movie for you, for sure.
Can we talk about how ripped she is? Like, she got in shape for this movie.
Yeah,
she had to. She read the script and she's like, all right, I'm fucking 17 times this movie. I should probably get in shape.
We like not even like all the nude scenes, because I don't even know if she actually did them or they used a body double, but even her in the pool, I was like, this, like, J-Lo's always been like okay, like physically, but she is fucking a dime in this. She's gorgeous.
She was great.
Yeah, I thought I liked her. I like her.
Yeah. I thought as little as I liked this movie, I did think that she did well in it. Her role, her character.
Well, that's, I mean, even that terrible movie, the first one we did,
Mother.
Even Mother, she was good at acting. It's just the movie was bad. I think she's always been a good actress.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I felt like her and Joel Edgerton were the only people who cared about this movie. Everyone else was kind of just like in it for the paycheck, it felt like.
Pretty much.
I don't know. Okay, so what about, when did you guys start disliking it? Because the opening sequence was awesome. With like,
that was probably my favorite part of the movie.
Really good editing, really well done. Her doing ballet and him doing the handoff, and then her getting hurt and him screaming, I'm an American. Like, that was really good editing and build up. Were you guys bought in at that? Did you think it was a good start at least?
100%. Well, what about you?
No, yeah, I loved it. And even when she went into the women's locker room and beat the shit out of them with a cane, I was like, awesome. I was buckled up. I was like, all right, this is gonna be great. I thought it was gonna be more of that. I think I started to fall off after the horror school. When she actually did her spy work and realizing it just wasn't making sense putting together. It was just in my mind, it looked like the studio was like, we've got Jennifer Lawrence signed on for another few movies. Let's make a softcore porn that everyone's going to watch and call it a spy movie so we can get away with it.
Yeah, I wish there was more like actual spy stuff in it. Going into the movie, I thought it was going to be her going to the school where like using her sexuality was one part of it, but she's also going to be like a kick-ass spy.
Yeah.
And that wasn't it at all. She just was a girl who could seduce people.
Yeah. I thought I was missing stuff. I was like, I'm missing something. I feel dumb right now. There's like going to be a twist and I don't see it coming at all. And I was right. I didn't see it coming at all, the twist. But I was actively trying to figure out, what is she doing? Because I don't know. Why is she playing both sides so candidly? What's her action? What's her goal? I had no idea. And I was happy that I couldn't figure it out. And
which twist?
There was two twists.
Yeah. Which twist? Which one surprised you?
Yeah.
That she was setting up her uncle the entire time.
That one caught me off guard
with the glass and that shit, because they did show her taking the glass, and I was like, "What's that about?" And then all that stuff was good, and the bank account, I liked it.
Yeah, the bank account threw me. I thought that was for her mother. The glass threw me. I thought that was to set up Joel guy.
Yeah.
But when she was just sitting there in his apartment alone, and then got up, kissed him, and walked out, I'm like, okay, that's when it tipped off to me. Like, all right, she's doing something to throw him under the bus. What I didn't see and what I hated was the first twist with the general guy being the double agent or the mole. Because in no way, shape, or form was that relevant. It wasn't tipped off beforehand. It didn't make sense. Why would he just walk up to her and he's like, "Hey, it's me. Kill me. Take over." It was very, very sloppily done. That one.
I think if we went back and watched that conversation when they're watching the tape, and it's like he doesn't even cover his face. He doesn't even hesitate. He walks slowly when they're watching the videotape of the handoff and how chill the guy is. I think he's saying that, wasn't he? He was in the room.
Yeah, he was.
I think if we went back and watched that scene, you'd be like, "Oh shit, it's him. They're talking about him to him. He's talking about himself, watching himself in this video footage, trying to decipher it."
His only comment in that scene was, "What we don't know is the identity of the mole."
I thought he was the one. Like,
there had to be some knowing looks that we missed. That if you'd watched it back,
no, probably with some knowing looks, sure. But what I don't understand is why he decided to just tell Jennifer Lawrence. Walked up to her. He just walked up to her after when she was in the.
Well, he was the one like in charge of like them trying to find the mole.
Yeah,
so him realizing like she had made it this far and she was like he probably realized she was compromised with the Americans. So and he knew he was old and eventually has to die. He was like, "She's the best one to replace me. I don't have anyone else."
I don't know. If you guys are building it up to be a lot more poetic than it actually was, in my opinion.
I thought it was very poetic. He was like, he realized that she was good and she was almost like empathetic with the Americans. So he said, "Okay, my turn's up, but we need another spy on the inside here. And if I have her right now in my hand, if I turn myself in or let them kill me, you can do this and be this person that I was," because he hates Russia and he wants to help America. So he was like doing his patriotic duty of replacing himself. I liked it.
Yeah, I like that. I didn't have a problem with that.
Okay. I mean, maybe at this point I would just given up on it because, I mean, they could have cut out 40 minutes out of this movie. It'd been fine. It was too long.
The middle dragged. I think that's why I didn't love it as much.
I fell out of it by that point, and I think I was counting the ceiling tiles. It wasn't a good experience for me.
Yeah, it was different. I agree now in retrospect. One of the big complaints I saw was that they could have cut out a lot of horror school. They could have cut out a lot of the other things.
Mm-hmm.
And in retrospect, I'm like, yeah, you probably could have cut 40 minutes out of this. It was fine, but I didn't have a problem at the time. I was super into it. I was enjoying it.
Yeah, it just felt like for what it was built to be, which was like this seductive secret agent. It didn't fill itself out in my opinion. It fell flat. I was expecting more out of it, and it was just your basic Jason Bourne or James Bond movie.
But it wasn't like, at least he's a good spy in those.
Yeah, but like the back of the whole story, she tripped and fell her ass into it for sure. Yeah. But like the overall story arc, like, oh, double agent, who's he working for? Oh, he's working for this way. No, that way, that way, that way. And whatever way she decides at the end is like, oh, we'll flip a coin. Flip a coin. There it is. I don't know. I've seen too many spy movies, then it's just a dud at this point. Jimmy, if you like this movie, you would love James Bond.
No, those seem campy.
James Bond is like way more campy. I mean, I love it, but it embraces being campy.
Yeah.
Well, not the new one so much. Yeah.
That's my main gripe with those. They super campy. And they seem much more action-y. There wasn't much action in this at all.
No, there wasn't. But with the action it did have was pretty good. I will give it that.
And it got my attention. It was way more brutal than I thought it was. Like, starting with that opening scene when she snaps her leg and they show it, I was like, oh, fuck. This is going to be, like, a rough movie to watch. And then there wasn't a ton of action after that. But whenever they did it, and they showed, like, when they skinned the dude.
I wasn't watching. Fuck that.
That was awesome.
Oh,
that was great.
Walk away. I was like I wanted to. I was disturbed, but it was like watching like a car crash. I just couldn't turn my head.
Him dangling the skin was like.
So the the other biggest complaint we should talk about is the accents. And yeah, they were atrocious across the board. Like even J-Laws went in and out, but that didn't ruin the movie for me at all. Like right away, I just kind of, oh, they're going to do shitty accents. And then that was all it was for me. But everyone's saying that it like completely ruined it and took them out of the movie every time someone talked. I don't know.
No, I don't buy that. I don't get that agreement. Sorry, you go ahead, Dad.
Sorry, no, I was going to say that didn't bother me a ton, but I do kind of wish they either didn't do accents or did them better. Like, it didn't ruin the movie for me, but there was a couple of times when I was like, really? This isn't even the same Russian accent you were doing 2 scenes ago.
Yeah, I don't buy that. It just you know Jennifer Lawrence's voice. You know everyone else. You know that they're faking it. Just go along with it, man. You're going to go along with everything else. Just assume that they're speaking Russian. Fuck it.
Well, yeah, that's why I'd like them to just not do the accents.
Well, you have to do a little bit of the accent.
I think it's better that they just don't.
No, I'm not going to critique them on the vowels that they use or what they don't use, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's a movie for Americans.
Exactly.
And my American ears are like, okay, they're hinting at an accent. They're in Russian.
This is Russian. Cool.
Yeah.
We're Russian now.
Joel didn't have an accent. He was American. I get it.
My issue to that point was not the accent so much, but the fact that they were in Russia and what was the other country? Brussels, maybe?
Ukraine?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't Brussels. It was.
Was it Ukraine?
No.
Well,
whatever it was next door, and they were only talking about dollars, no rubles, no nothing. They're like 2 Russians talking.
Well, I think they only talked about it. No, I think mine. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
I think they only talked about it when they were talking about defecting, which makes sense. If you're going to defect to America, you need dollars.
No, they were talking about it with the Russian Russian general guy and the uncle. They were at no point did they talk about any denomination other than the dollar.
Okay, I wasn't paying enough attention. I thought it was only when America was in the conversation.
Nah, it was everywhere.
Okay. So where do you guys think Jennifer Lawrence is going to go from this? From Mother and then this as her last 2 movies. What do you think's next for her?
Back it up even more. The one before that was Passengers. Another flop. Yeah. So she's got 3 flops in a row.
She does.
Passengers was worse than this movie. Passengers was so stupid. Passengers was so stupid because it could have been so good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it makes me so angry because there's a good movie in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe this one had a good movie in it too with the better editing. Because I don't think her acting is the failure in any of these.
Nope, she's making bad choices. Oh, and the one before that is X-Men Apocalypse.
She's franchised. She has to do those things.
Before that was Joy. Excellent.
Joy was. I love Joy.
Joy was excellent.
She just needs to do another. She just needs to do another with that director from Joy and Silver Linings Playbook.
But she's got she's doing something called Bad Blood. It's announced. I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
That's the next one. Okay.
If that one's a flop, though, do you guys think
she's got some work
for her career for a while? Yeah.
She got some work ahead because she is making herself out, especially with Red Sparrow. She doesn't want to make herself out to be just a girl who flaunts her ass around.
No, I don't think her career took a hit with any of these.
I'm not saying it has yet, but I mean, if next one's bad, then it's gonna be like, oh shit, she's got 4 duds in a row.
Yeah, even if she's good in them all, which she is, she's not bad in any of these.
I mean, she's got a great list of movies to lean back on, like Joy, Hunger Games, American Hustle, Silver Linings Playbook. She's got a ton of great ones, so she's not by any means washed up at all.
I think Hollywood discards women very easily, and especially because she's late 20s now or early 30s.
Yep.
If she has a 4th flop in a row, they're gonna be like, it's not worth paying her price when we can just get someone else.
She just gotta pick the right roles.
Well, her next movie looks like she's playing a real life person or story. Yeah,
that's good.
That's
good for her.
She's playing Elizabeth Holmes, a CEO of some tech-based company that got investigated for fraud.
Okay. Hopefully that's good.
That can be good.
It's. I mean, Joy was about the lady who invented a mop, and it was good. So
It was really good.
Yeah, that was surprisingly good. I remember seeing the trailer being like, this is going to bomb.
Yeah. She's
what?
very
I
good.
thought the trailer was the best. I thought the trailer was amazing.
For Joy?
Yeah, it didn't tell you the story, but told you the theme and the tone. Thought it was really good.
I didn't like it.
That was indifferent. It was a good movie.
Yeah,
Joy
very
was
good.
crazy.
Which we're reviewing that.
Yeah. Well, I liked this movie too. Not as much as Joy, but I liked it.
So, you're in an extreme minority, man.
Well,
yeah, I know.
You can say that has its faults, though, right?
Yeah, it's too long, and the accents were terrible. I don't know what the other faults are. I liked both twists.
You know what else I liked? I liked the scene when she comes out of the bedroom and the guy's being tortured, and she just joins in. That sold me. Yeah. I was like, oh fuck! Like she's just playing the American fan.
She knew what she had to do.
What about the scene when when they killed that guy and he was raping her, and then the motorcycle came and killed him? I was like, whoa!
See, I think that was part of my problem with the movie. The extremes were way too high. Like you'd have these wildly intense scenes of violence, and then you'd go literally a half hour with just nothing. It was all it was high points followed by very, very low points.
Yeah, so I could deal with the long movie, but the pacing I felt was just wonky.
It got upset.
Oh, sorry, Jimmy, you go.
Do you think she's upset that it's kind of a dud, and this was the movie she went full nudity in?
No.
Yeah.
She's already been all over the internet anyway, so I mean whatever.
She's given interviews being like before the movie came out saying she chose to do this movie because it was empowering with the female body and she felt like this would be the correct movie to do like full nudity in. So I think she's got to be at least a little bit upset that it's.
Do you agree with that this movie was empowering the woman?
No, I think she's just saying that because of the time.
Okay, no, that seems like a stock answer from her PR person saying like, listen, say this.
Yeah, but
she went to horror school. That's not empowering at all. That's actually like very demeaning.
Yeah, but then she gets one over on one of the heads of Russian government.
She still was about to let herself get raped in front of a whole room of people. That's not empowering.
That's true too.
Yeah. So I think that's a load of bullshit from her PR specialist.
All right.
The dude who directed this directed all the Hunger Games.
Well, you can't win them all.
And Water for Elephants, a really pleasant movie.
I actually never saw that.
Me neither. I've heard.
I wanted to. I remember seeing it. That's the one with the guy from Twilight, right?
Yeah, it's like a nice, pleasant movie. It's nothing spectacular.
I thought you were saying it sarcastically.
No.
No, well, I like Reese Witherspoon a lot, so I like it.
Okay.
All right. Jimmy, do you have any other notes? I know you usually keep we have Jimmy's notes corner where you just fire.
No, I don't have Jimmy. I don't have notes for this one. It was Jennifer Lawrence. I think I still have a crush on her. I've had a crush on her. Oh, here's my note. If you haven't seen, and I said this when we saw Mother, if you haven't seen Winter's Bone with Jennifer Lawrence before Hunger Games, before she was a star, go watch that movie. That movie I love.
Yeah. I think I said I was going to last time, and I still haven't. So I'm going to this time.
It's redneck noir.
Ooh, redneck noir.
That actually does sound really good. You may have actually sold me on it this time.
Takes place in the Ozarks and is a Daniel Woodbridge book. That's not his name. I said it wrong, but whatever.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess we should hop into our rankings. Unless you guys have anything else.
I have one more note.
Okay.
You guys ever watch Weeds?
Yeah.
Just the first season.
The first season. All right. Well, Nancy Botwin was there. She was the CIA. The chief of staff. I
liked her. She was great. She was like a drunk person selling out their country who got ran over.
Yeah, she played the exact same person. Just like, oh wow, someone's following me. I'm just gonna dump this money in the trash and be on my way. Slam.
Another actress that got convinced to go topless in the 4th season of Weeds just because the show was failing and to get viewers, and they convinced her because it was Nancy just showing how vulnerable she was. Mm-hmm. I was like, no, guys, that was rude of you to convince her to do that. Weeds may be the biggest drop off in quality from the 3rd season to the 4th. soon as they got out of the neighborhood, out of the town, weed sucked. Really bad.
I've heard like I didn't watch past the first, but I've heard the drop off there is horrendous.
You drop off, yes, but I would contest still watchable.
No, I stopped watching.
Oh yeah, I like that series a lot. One
I
of the
stopped
all-time.
watching after they went to Mexico and they were tunneling back and forth. I was like, this is so fucking stupid. This isn't the show I originally watched.
Yeah, no, it was a whole different show altogether, but still, it was enjoyable and all-time great intro music on that one. The little
boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky.
There was just a drug commercial like for pharmaceuticals. This couple months ago came out with that song. I was like, whoa, you're really associated with drugs in a bad way.
And the doctors and lawyers and business executives. Good song.
All right.
We should sing together. That was great.
Yeah, it's nice.
With that, let's hop into our rankings.
Okay.
Let's start with critics. Sheehan, what are you going with?
I gotta go not that high for this one. Said it dragged. I felt like the first twist was out of place and rushed. Just I give it a solid because I know I didn't like it as much because of the length of it, but I can't knock that off because of critical. Critically doesn't take into account the length. I'll say 72.
Oh wow, you're going higher than me, and I thought I was mediocre.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, this is going to be wild. I walked out of the theater at an 85, but some of the critiques, the things that didn't bother me while I was watching, there's a lot of I don't know the word. They're real. So I lowered it to an 82.
Okay.
I walked out of the theater myself around 72, 73. And then the more I sat with it and read all the reviews and thought about it, I went down. I'm giving it 67.
That's incredibly low.
I thought the pacing was just so wonky that it throws 73. The editing I liked or I didn't like.
See, I feel like I even though I'm not liking it, I still want to be rational about it because it's still. I feel like it's better than a 67.
I just don't. I feel like there's only two actors who really care about it and give it their all, and the pacing.
But what about her uncle? Bad. We didn't even talk about this. Her uncle was awesome. I love that actor. I was scared of him. His face, whatever going on underneath his eyes, I thought he was good.
Great villain.
I wasn't blown away.
They needed more of him.
Yeah, maybe if we got more of him, I would have liked him more. But
there's definitely an incestuous vibe about him, and that was right tone for his character.
Well, yeah, I mean, they made out.
They kissed. He wanted to do more because he was a fucking weirdo.
He is a weirdo.
But do you think that he was her dad?
No, his uncle.
But her dad died, and we don't know how he died. And then when they do the handoff, he says something in her ear that really irks her. You can see, that, whoa, whatever he said just shocked her. We don't know what he said. Do you know
maybe.
What I'm talking about?
I haven't even thought of that, but maybe.
Maybe she was saying that your father worked for me, and that's why he's dead.
Yeah, or I killed your dad. I feel like there was something there that I don't know.
No, what during the handoff? What he said to her?
Yeah,
he
whispered something.
He whispered something in her ear.
Okay, maybe he said, "This is how your dad died."
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, it was something though.
It was something, and I was like, "Ooh!" I thought the twist was gonna be he was her dad.
Yeah.
Nah, he was way too young to be her dad.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, he was brother.
He was 7. Yeah, he was probably a younger brother. He was not impregnating somebody at 7 years old.
I mean, in Russia.
You never know.
I think our popcorns are going to be wildly different.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, let's do some popcorns. Jimmy, you go first this time.
4. I don't know. Maybe I was just in a really relaxed mood and just wanted to sit down and be alone for a while. The slowness didn't bother me. I didn't even realize it dragged. And then, like I said, I read the reviews. They were like, yeah, they could have cut out horror school and all this. And I was like, oh, yeah, that seems like a really long time ago. So 4. I kind of want to watch it again because anytime there's huge twists, I want to pick up things that I didn't. I'd want to watch Jennifer Lawrence walk around in the bikini and all that stuff again.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it. 4. I won't go 5. I'll go 4.
All right. I am going to give it a 3.5. Like I said, I liked watching it. I just felt like in the middle it was dragging for a bit. But other than that, it was an enjoyable movie. I don't hate that I went and saw it.
I mean, I'm bringing it down.
Yeah.
I mean, I was counting tiles in the ceiling. It was just so over. I don't know. We talked about it. I didn't like it. I will give it bonus points for having one badass clubbing in a sauna. Did love that. Nothing like breaking a ballerina's jaw. Great.
And when she broke her leg, great.
Oh, actually, those are some of the one of the worst injuries that I cannot watch. I can watch a lot of shit online. I've seen the worst stuff online, but seeing someone's bone break in half and turn 90 degrees is one of those things that will always irk me, and I cannot handle it. So, demerit points for showing me that. And I don't know. It's just I want to overall. It came back up because of the skinning. That was really cool. So two popcorns.
2 popcorns? All right,
Yeah.
What's that put us at?
Let me figure it out. 3.8, so we'll just say 4.
Yeah.
I mean, man, that's not right.
Why? We said 4 and he said 4.5.
No,
I said 3.5.
Oh.
I was gonna say, man, I don't think that math is correct. We're just gonna go with the top score. That's what averages out to.
2.8, so we'll go 3.
3. We'll go 3. Yes.
3. I'm okay with 3 for this. All right, that wraps up our review of Red Sparrow. Let's hop into our weekly recommendations. What have you guys been watching? Sheehan, you.
I actually just sat down to watch Baby Driver first time.
That is a fun movie.
It's fun, yeah. I really liked it. I remember you telling me about the whole soundtrack and everything going with the music type thing. That was cool. It got a little bit gimmicky at some points for me. Still awesome.
No, it's definitely like a cheesy, gimmicky movie, but it's edited like how it's edited to him listening to the music.
Yep.
That like is just a fun experience.
No, I mean I thoroughly. It was a 5 popcorner for sure. I didn't like John Hamm. It's the first thing I've ever seen John Hamm that I didn't like with him in it.
Really?
He's not a badass. He's not some badass gangster. He's too old for that shit. So
yeah,
great movie. John Hamm, do better. Be less of that and be more of Don Draper.
Be less hammy, huh? All right, Jimmy. What about you? What have you been watching?
I watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon.
Ooh.
You guys watched it?
No,
I have not.
I've been meaning to. Is it good?
It won awards on the Golden Globes. She won. Yeah, Amazon does a terrible job getting their shows out there. I think they have a lot of good shows.
They don't advertise at all.
No.
Yeah, you never hear about Amazon shows, but I think a lot of them are really good. This one is good. It's about a 50s housewife who her husband leaves her and then she tries to get into comedy. Very like 50s Jewish jokes, but it's quick, it's fun. It's almost like my girlfriend kept saying it's like a play, like the way they do this movement on screen and stuff like that. I really liked it. It's fun, quick watch. We watched it 1 episode a night starting from last like Friday or something and finished it. Marvelous Miss Maisel. It's good.
Nice.
It's funny.
All right. I have 2, but one's just a trailer that just came out this week. Have you guys seen the trailer to Sorry to Bother You?
Nope.
No.
You guys, immediately when we're done recording, you should watch this trailer because the movie looks delightfully insane. It's it's starring Lakeith. I don't know his last name. He's Darius in Atlanta, and he was the black guy at the party in Get Out.
Yep, I love that guy.
Yeah, it's starring him. Arnie Hammer's in it. It's Danny Glover's in it. It's just got a wild cast. Terry Crews is in it. The trailer just dropped this week. And
What's the name of it again?
Sorry to Bother You.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch.
Written and directed by Boots Riley.
Boots.
Yeah. And then I actually haven't been watching a lot else, but I'm just gonna throw Jessica Jones season 2. I'm only 1 episode in, but it was all right. Watching that.
Looking forward to seeing that too.
Yeah. The first episode didn't grip me like the first season did, but I'm hoping it picks up a bit. I like the
Hopefully.
character. All right.
All right.
Well, that wraps up this week's episode of Six Pack Cinema. Next week we are doing Thoroughbreds. So go see that. Check back to see what we thought about that. And in the meantime, like, subscribe. We're on Instagram, Twitter. Rate us 5 stars. It helps us out, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Um.
Oh, we're still recording.
Live.
Bye.
Come on.
That was good.